All right. And we are recording. Perfect. All right. So let's come to our mats. And we're going to come back into child's pose. So we are going to build on kind of the practice we did yesterday. But we're going to come into child's pose, which is where you're basically kneeling. Your seat is on your feet. And remember, you get to decide, right? Whether your feet are close together or far apart. That's your choice. And just come and rest here for a moment. But remembering we're not just hanging out here, right? So remember that little lift we have with that cold penny. So pretending there's a cold penny underneath our belly, lifting our belly up, arms out in front of us. And just coming to our breath. So big breaths in, big breaths out. So just dropping into your practice. Reminding yourself nothing else needs your attention besides your body and your breath for the next little bit. So inhaling and exhaling, trying to fill the body so much with breath. Inhaling, being present on your mat. Exhaling any thoughts of the day that was. Inhaling, being present in your body. Exhaling any worries for the day to come. Nice. Let's come on up into all fours or tabletop. Let's just find our stability here for a moment. So remembering shoulders and wrists lined up, hips and knees lined up. Draw the navel in or the belly button in. So pretend that there's a cold penny there that you don't want to touch. Pull the ribs towards one another and curl the tailbone down towards the floor. So you should feel as if you could set something on your back, like maybe a little small person, and they would be nice and sturdy and safe up there. A few rounds of breath here. Now, if you wish, you can bring in that Ujjayi breath that we practiced last time. And that is just that deep kind of Darth Vader-y or kind of ocean breath, we call it. So that's where you inhale and constrict the throat a little bit as you exhale. Inhale and exhale. Choice is yours. If you want to just do slow, steady breaths, you can do that as well. Just the Ujjayi breath really helps to center yourself and ground yourself and calm the nervous system. So choice is yours. Nice. Now I want you to really feel into your stability because we're going to challenge it a little bit here. So lift the right arm and the left leg. So hopefully you don't have like a 30-pound child sitting on you right now. Because I think a couple of you might. And just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Try best you can to have lots of energy out that arm, lots of energy out that back leg. Right? You can make this as muscularly effortful as you want or as not. Nice. Let's release that and try the other side. So reground and come back up. Nice. So energy out that back leg. The best way I find to do that is actually to flex the foot because then your whole leg kind of gets engaged. So find your stability and still find your breath all at the same time. Nice. And release. Come back to the tabletop. Let's add on our cat-cow. So remembering cow pose is where you bring the heart forward, send the sacrum up a little bit, allow the back to sway, but don't lose the abs. And still pretend there's that penny there. We inhale, and then we do the opposite. We press the earth away and draw the belly in on our exhale. So back and forth. Nice. So this is just helping us link our movement to our breath. Helps us get a little bit more out of the posture, more for our mind, more for our body. Nice. And you can add a little rocking movement there if you like. Make the practice your own. Beautiful. All right, coming back to neutral, curl the toes under. Let's send our hips high to the sky, into that down dog position. Nice. So your feet can be as wide as your mat if you need them. Like if your hamstrings are quite tight, you'll find that if you widen your feet and bend your knees a little bit, you'll have way more room. Because what's most important here is that your sacrum is high to the sky, the chest is coming towards the knees is coming towards the chest. And you'll find if your arms get really tired in this position, it's probably because you don't have your sit bones up high enough and too much of your weight is forward. A few rounds of breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Really ground the fingers so they should be spread nice and wide like starfish. Pull the shoulders into their shoulder sockets. Nice. All right, let's slowly walk our feet to the front of the mat and our hands. So at the top here. And then inhale, flat back. So remember, that's where we shoot the energy out the top of our head. Squeeze our shoulder blades back and down. Lots of energy, lift the belly button, and then exhale, fold. Knees bent or straight, choice is yours. And again, flat back. And then exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back, lots of energy out. Remember your guitar string that we talked about. You want to have perfect resonance, perfect tension there. And then exhale, fold. Big inhale in, arms all the way up. Nice. Let's do a few rounds of that. So exhale, hands come down. Inhale, so I want you to move the arms slowly as if they're moving through honey or really thick water. So there's lots of muscular effort. And then exhale, the opposite. Nice. Inhale. Nice and slow and controlled. Use your full inhale. And then exhale. Use your full exhale. One more, just like that. Take up all the space on this earth that you're meant to. And then exhale. Really nice. Just come into your mountain pose for a brief moment to do a little check-in with your stability and strength. So making sure you're feeling as if your head and your heart and your pelvis and your feet are all stacked one on top of the other. Feel the abs engaged, so navel in, ribs knit in, tailbone curled under, and just feel that strength for just a moment. Thighs are lifted. Nice. Big inhale in, arms all the way up. Exhale, folding forward. Nice. One little flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the mat. Step back. So you have options here, right? You can come down onto the knees if you need to, or you can stay up in plank with me. So grounding down, finding your stability. So remembering that Tadasana we paused in, or our mountain pose, you should feel that here, right? You should feel the alignment. You should feel all the muscular engagement. You should feel the hands pressing away into the mat. You should feel your belly button drawing in and up. The floor should feel like it could slurp up into your belly button. Let's breathe here for 5 big breaths. Squeeze the inner thighs. Send the breath to the whole body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. And nice. Let's drop to our knees, sink back into child's pose for a moment. Release the low back. Beautiful. All right, let's come to our tabletop again. Grounding down. Curling the toes under, back up into plank. Grounding down again. So feeling this in the body here. All your strength, all your stability. Press the earth away. Allow the shoulder blades to widen. Navel in and up. Nice. Coming back onto all fours. Couple rounds of cat-cow breath. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, press away. Inhale and exhale. Nice. All right, come back to your neutral in your tabletop. Let's bring our right leg forward. So coming into that low lunge posture. Right, so bringing the body up once you're there. So trying best you can to have the knee over the ankle, right? If this is too much, if you feel like this is too much strain, you can bring that left leg forward a little bit, right? And just release that a bit. So even here, we still have energy drawing in. So abs engaged, ribs knit in, tailbone curled under, inhale up. So while we're up here, I just want you to release it for a second and just allow kind of everything to sink down and just notice the difference, right? Like that can sometimes put a lot of strain on the low back. So just drawing in and up a little bit just protects that area. Also intensifies this stretch a little bit here too. Couple rounds of breath here. So drawing inner thighs towards one another. Relax the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. So now we're gonna make this move a little bit here. So on our next exhale, I want you to press your hips back and just give yourself a little hamstring stretch. So you can keep this knee as bent as you need. Nice. And then inhale up. So just a little flow here, back and forth. Your own pace with your own breath. Inhale and exhale. Nice. One more. Beautiful. All right. Let's have our hands frame our feet. I want you to curl your back toes under and then press that leg straight. And as you're ready, coming all the way up into your high lunge. So same muscular engagement here, you're just higher off the floor. If you need to, you can always come back down into that low lunge posture, right? So still energy in and up, inner thighs, navel, ribs, nice and tall. And let's inhale and exhale. So if you're working on building muscular strength, you really want to try and get this thigh parallel, or that can be somewhere that you work towards, okay? If that's what your intention is. Nice. And now let's bring our left arm forward and our right arm back and just come into a little twist to challenge our balance a little bit. Nice. All right, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands frame your feet. Step back, drop to the knees, and come back to child's pose. Nice. All right, let's do the same thing on the other side. So coming on up onto your tabletop. Inhale, open to the front of the room with your cow pose. Exhale, draw in. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to neutral, finding your stable tabletop, left leg forward. Inhale, coming on up. So finding your strength and stability here, first of all. Your legs can actually be quite a bit apart from left to right, if that helps your balance. They don't have to be one in front of the other. Release the shoulders, squeeze the inner thighs. Keep your belly away from that cold penny. Nice. On your next exhale, hinging back, giving yourself a little hamstring stretch. And then inhale back up. A few more rounds of that, just in your own breath, your own pace. Nice. You're almost there. Last one, let's all meet in our lunge position. Bring your hands down to the mat, curling the back toes under and coming up, powering yourself up. If you want, big inhale in, high lunge. Really nice. So lots of energy in that back leg. You can have it a little bit more bent if you need to, but you should still be pushing into that toe at the back there. Pull the navel in. Nice. Draw the inner thighs towards one another. Inhale and exhale. Nice jump. And let's open up into that twist. Challenge your balance just a little bit. Nice job. All right, inhale up. Hands come down to the mat. Let's step back. Drop back to child's pose for a quick breath or two. Nice. To your tabletop again. Ground down. Curl the toes. Press the hips high to the sky. Beautiful. Again, knees can be as bent as you need. Your feet can be as wide as you need for your hamstrings. Really nice. Let's walk ourselves to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Lots of energy out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Big inhale in all the way up. Nice. A few rounds of that sun breath again. So that's exhaling, slow, stretching wide, taking your whole breath down, and then inhaling up, nice and slow. Nice. Exhale. Take up all your space on this earth. Nice. And just standing again for a moment in Tadasana or mountain pose, feeling your strength and stability. Feet are down into the earth like roots. Body's engaged, strong. Breath is deep, powerful. Nice. All right. Hands on your hips. We're going to take our right leg and step it way back behind us. As we do that, we're going to turn our toes to the long side of our mat. Right? So front toes are facing towards the short side of the mat. The toes we just stepped back with are facing to the long side of the mat. You want this front heel to be almost in the middle of this back foot. Right? If there was a line down your mat, arms come out to the side and bend into the front leg. So this is what's called Warrior Two. Nice. Very powerful position. So pressing the feet very strongly into the mat, but drawing the inner thighs in and up, navel pulled in, tailbone down. Nice. Few rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So now here, maybe you inhale and you get a little taller in your spine. Maybe as you exhale, you sink a little bit more, but try best you can to keep the knee over the ankle. That's why you want to have a nice wide stance, because you want to have somewhere to bend. Couple more breaths. Good job. Hopefully you're building a little heat in the legs here. Nice. Inhale, we're going to come all the way up out of this position. Turn those front toes so that you're facing all the long side of your mat. Press out into your legs and then exhale, fold forward. So hands can come where they may. Your knees can bend a little bit if you need them, right? So hands can be on your legs, on your thighs, on the shins, or on the floor, whatever meets your flexibility. Nice. A few rounds of that flat back here with our legs in this position. You can even try and turn the toes in a little bit so that you're almost pigeon-toed, and then press a lot into the outside of your foot. You should get a nice stretch kind of on the outside of your leg if you want. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. So push like crazy into your legs, not just hanging out here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, flat back, lots of energy out. You can be pressing into your legs here too, right? Exhale, fold. Big inhale in all the way up. Nice. All right, let's do our warrior two on the other side. So just bring your feet back to parallel. Turn the right toes towards the short side of the mat. Leave the left toes as they are. Nice. So make sure your stance is wide enough that you have somewhere to bend. Beautiful. So lots of power here again. Pressing into the feet. Squeezing in and up, arms pressing the walls away on either side of you. Nice. Few rounds of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. Maybe coming a little bit lower if you're able. Only if you're able. Nice. Inhale, arms come up. Let's turn our toes to that long side of the mat again so that we're facing for that long side there, and bring the feet in. Nice. All right, let's come to the top of our mat in our mountain pose again. So we're going to do a few rounds of that sun salutation that we did at the beginning. So feel free at any time to put the knees down when you're coming through your plank pose, right? You don't have to always hold the plank. And I'll do the first one with the knees down. We're going to try and do it 3 times. And then if you wish, you can come with me and do the plank part, okay? Just so that you know how to do it. And if you already know what you're doing, feel free to do the plank part even as I do the knees down, okay? Big inhale in. Exhale, folding forward, knees bent or straight. Inhale, flat back. So be very purposeful about your movement, very intentful. Exhale, fold. Hands come to the mat. Stepping back. So you can stay in full plank, but you come down to your knees. Lowering the body down, so try and keep the elbows in. Opening the heart to the front of the room. Only coming up as high as you wish, right? You can stay down here, or you can come all the way up. Pressing all the way back into down dog. You can come through knees there if you need to. Nice. Walking or stepping to the front of the mat. And inhaling all the way up. Nice. Let's do that again. Big inhale in. Lots of purpose here. Navel drawn in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Really nice. Hands to the floor. Stepping back. Always can come to your knees. Lower the body down. Open to the front of the room. Press it all the way back into down dog. Awesome. Walk to the front of the mat. Big inhale in. Let's do 2 more. What the heck? Big inhale in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, energy out. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Stepping back. Plank pose. Lower down. Open the heart to the front of the room. Beautiful. All the way back to down dog. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm making little micro shifts with my feet or my hands, and that's okay. They don't have to stay in one position. If it feels better to move those, feel free. Stroll to the front of the mat. Big inhale in. All right, one more. Let's add in a little lunge to the mix here. If you wish, otherwise just follow what we just did. Big inhale in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Coming down to your plank. Lower down. Heart open. Press back. Really nice. All right, here we go. Right leg up. Step it through. You can always do that through your knees, right? Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Step to the front of the mat. Inhale in. Oh, I guess I fibbed because we're going to have to do one more to even it out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Hands to the mat. Let's step back into our plank. Lower down. Heart open. Step it back into your down dog. Left leg up and step it through. Coming up into that lunge. Awesome. Hands down. Step to the front of the mat. Big inhale in. Good job. All right, come to your mountain pose for a brief second. Let's make our way down onto the mat and do some stuff on the mat. So inhale in. Exhale, fold. Let's step back. We'll just come to all fours. Nice. And come around onto our seat. Really nice. So feet out in front. If you feel as though you're curled back, so I'll just show you what I mean. If you feel like you're sitting like this, you can always prop something under the back part of your seat to help you sit up a little bit taller. It'll just help you have your stretches come to you in a better way. So nice and tall, legs engaged, the toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Big inhale in and exhale, fold. So notice my back is still flat. I'm not rounded in. If you wish, you stay here, or you can, on the exhale, come down. And hands can be wherever they need to be. Just feel the low back release. Maybe the hamstrings release a little bit. Really nice. Nice. Rolling all the way back up. Beautiful. Let's cross the left leg over the right. You can always come in here, remember? Hooking the right arm around. Big inhale in. And let's twist back. Nice and tall. Inhale. And maybe on the exhale, let's twist a little deeper if we can. And just bring the head right out of it, actually. Bring the head to face forward. Just have the twist in the lower part. Nice. And let's release that. We'll do a little counter twist the other way. Just to even ourselves out. Nice. All right, other side. So right leg over, or again, you can have it here. Hook the left arm around. Get taller. Inhale. And then exhale, twist back. Nice job. Keep that left foot active. Let's flex to the sky. Nice. And let's twist the other way. Little counter twist. Perfect. All right. Feet on the mat. We're going to roll down super slow. So one vertebrae at a time or one backbone at a time. Scooping the ice cream out as you roll down. Navel in. There's a super cold penny there. You don't want to touch it. Really nice. All right. Let's cross our left leg over the right. Flex this foot a lot. So you can stay here. If you're already feeling sensation in your left hip, then feel free to stay here. Otherwise, you can draw it in, right? I mean, the goal of a pose is never to look a certain way. It's always just to have sensation in the body, right? So just thinking about that as you do this stretch. So maybe inhaling, having the spine grow a little taller. Exhale, maybe draw the hips in a little more if you're able. making sure you can breathe through whatever sensation you're having in the hip. If there's too much gripping and you aren't able to breathe, really, you're not able to open those muscles. Your body's actually shifted in towards its fight or flight response. Really hard to have any muscle growth or stretching happen there. So your breath's super important. Nice, let's release that and we'll switch sides. So crossing the other leg over, making sure you have that foot flexed. Again, stay here or draw in, whatever works for you. Big inhales, big exhales. Awesome. All right, let's release that. We are going to come into Shavasana here. So that's your juicy moment of hopefully a little bit of peace and quiet. It's super important because that's actually where you integrate everything. Like that's where any of the muscle growth or muscle length or any of the things that, you know, that have happened during your practice, that's where you integrate it all. So it's so important not to skip. So options, you can lay however you wish, back, side, whatever. It's worth the while to make yourself comfortable, like grab a sweater or whatever. Also options to do what we did yesterday, which was legs up the wall, right? So we did this or legs resting on a couch or something. So again, this is super calming for the nervous system, this position. So there's that option for you as well. Another thing I'd like to show you today, offer up for today, is to take something fairly firm, fairly thick, and do what's called a supported bridge. So really, you're just going to come down onto your back, press the hips up, and place whatever you have, basically just where your seat would meet your back. So you're in bridge pose, but you're not holding yourself up. You're fully supported, okay? So you want to almost feel like your back's extending a little bit or curving back just a titch. And then just kind and resting in this position. So this position releases a lot of the hip muscles here, the hip flexors. And that's so important because we spend so much time sitting, right? So much time sitting. So this just kind of helps to counteract that a little bit. So I often will watch TV like this, I'm not gonna lie, just to give a bit of release. Or I'll do my Shavasana like this just to help with that. So your choice, you can decide to be in this position, you can be on your back, or legs up the wall, or any other position you think might be fun. So just go there now, whatever one you decide to do. And make yourself comfy. Grab yourself a blanket if you need it. And just come to rest. So just allowing the muscles to go soft. They've done a lot of work today holding you, so now they get to be held by the earth, by the floor, by the mat. Allow them to just melt. With every inhale, just invite in a little bit more ease, a little bit more rest. And on the exhale, just feel the bones sinking heavier and heavier. And notice the more you let go, the more you're held by the floor. And just allow the self to be, shifting from doing to just being. Inhaling and exhaling. Big breaths in, big breaths out. No longer trying to control the breath, just allowing it to come and go as it pleases. Just like waves in the lake, coming in and rolling away. In and out. And just come to rest on that breath or the sounds of those waves coming in and out. I'm going to leave you here for a couple minutes. If you start to have thoughts that overwhelm you, know that it's okay. That's actually what thoughts are supposed to do. They're supposed to come and they're supposed to go. Just send them on their way on the waves for this 2 minutes and let them know you'll get back to them later. When you hear my voice again, we'll come back together and finish up our practice. Coming back to the body on the mat, feeling all the points of contact between you and the floor. And taking a few more rounds of big breath in and big breath out. As you breathe in gratitude for setting aside time for this practice today. As you breathe out, let go of any thoughts that no longer serve you. As you breathe in gratitude for your body that did the work. Breathe out any worries that you might have. Finally, one more big breath in, breathing in gratitude for this day. As you're ready, wiggling the fingers and the toes and coming on up into sitting. Thank you so much for sharing your very valuable time with me tonight. Hopefully there was something good there for you. Here, I'll just stop the recording. And then if you guys want, you can unmute if you have anything you want to share, anything you loved, you hated. And then we'll say goodnight.